Hi everyone, I'm Antoine Mikhtarian, and yes, it's a new place, it's a new studio. What do you think? I like it. And it's green. I don't know if you see, but there's green light. So yeah, today it's story time, and I'm going to tell you how I started playing guitar, because it's a funny story. So stick around. So first of all, a little bit of context, because most of you won't know that my first instrument was the violin. I played the violin for 3 years, and it probably had something to do with the fact that my parents are luthiers. So yeah, I started with violin when I was very young. After 3 years, a friend of mine that was playing violin with me switched to cello, and because, well, I was jealous and I wouldn't let him have a bigger instrument than me, of course. Well, I switched to cello also. By the way, the friend of mine who switched to cello, his name is Kirill Fasla, and he's now a professional musician, and he plays cello for a living. So yeah, check him out and follow him on Instagram and in the streets and say hi, because he's a nice guy and he plays great. After 3 years of cello, I said to my parents that I wanted to stop, because I was about to enter 5th grade, or well, start 5th grade at school, and I figured I would have too much work and I wouldn't keep up with the cello. The real reason being that I had a very good teacher for the 2 first years and a not so good teacher the 3rd year, so I wanted to stop because I was bored. Fast forward 2 years, I'm 11 years old, I listen to AC/DC and Metallica all the time, and I've decided that I wanted to be a drummer. Yes, indeed. Well, we were living in an apartment in Madrid, so it wasn't really a good idea. And thankfully for my parents, my uncle, who's a bass player, convinced me to play bass. He basically said to me that if I ever was to become a professional musician, then playing bass was probably the best thing to do to find a job. There's always a band looking for a bass player. So, yeah, he was right. Yeah, maybe I should have played bass. Who knows? In September, after the summer vacation, I was still convinced that I would be a bass player. I was looking through a catalog to see if I could find the perfect bass for me, when suddenly my father arrived and said, "Stop looking for basses, I'm not going to buy you a bass guitar, I'm going to buy you a guitar. That way, if you drop that instrument, if you drop the guitar after 3 years, because that seemed to be the pattern somehow, then it will be easier to switch to bass." I was 11 years old, so I wasn't going to argue anyway, but that seemed to be like a pretty good reason to buy a guitar instead of a bass. So yeah, we went to the music store, we tried a bunch of guitars, we bought a lag, a very beautiful lag Arcan, and I have never stopped playing the guitar since. It's been almost 13 years, and I'm still a guitar player and loving it, and a professional musician playing guitar, so thanks, Dad. So yeah, it's a funny way of starting an instrument, but I think my dad had some sort of intuition and he was right. And that's how I started playing guitar. Of course, my teacher at that time, so Miguel Rivera, played a big part in me staying motivated and me wanting to keep on learning and keep on playing the guitar. So thank you very much to him. And thank you very much to you for making it till the end of this video. Of course, if you like what I do, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends if you feel like it. Thank you very much. I've been Antoine Mikhtarian, and I will see you very soon.